Hey there, Aries. Welcome into your reading. So as you can tell, this is a different environment than I've been in before. Whoa, okay. Playfulness and family really wanted to fly out of the deck, but I'm not even ready to take them. And that's 14 and 15, so that's interesting. A situation developing that's going to add more beauty, happiness, playfulness to your family situation. So Aries, before I start with this deck, let's go ahead and see, or as I was starting to say, I'm in a different environment. Today I'm out at a park and sitting in a little grove of trees next to a dog park. So if I pause for a second or you hear barking in the background or something like that, it's because I have the attention span of a squirrel, which I also showed in my last reading because there were two squirrels chasing each other around a tree. But I also have these, because I knew I'd be doing these readings out in the woods. Today we are using the Sacred Forest and the Woodland Wardens deck. I also have some animals here if we want to get into that. But we're going to start the reading with your personal values, okay? Just to see what the main focus of this message is, okay? So for Aries, please. Wow, environment again, and power. And love. So this message, the main message, EPL. Environment, power, and love. How you can be effective. How you can be in your power. And how your environment relates to or contributes to that power. And as any of the Ascended Masters or most heads of any religion preach or teach, it's always about love. So your power comes from love, your ability to show and give love, your ability to keep your heart in a space of love despite what might be going on around you. Okay? So Aries, before we read too far into these cards, let's go ahead and allow spirit guides to come in and channel this message. For Aries, please. The strongest energy that wants to come forward for Aries. Courage. There's a need for courage. New beginnings again. Wow. And flow. Yeah, so there's something about this power is actually speaking about your internal power source, your solar plexus chakra, your ability to speak with confidence, your ability to take action and be creative with confidence, okay? With courage. The reason I say that is there's a lot of yellow in these cards with the daffodil here and the aspen leaves. Yeah. So there's something about... Let's just get one or two more clarifications before I read too far into it. Yeah. I don't want to speculate. So let's go ahead and grab 3 clarifiers, please. For courage, anticipation, starting over. That would go well with new beginnings, so I'm actually going to put that there. Meandering pathway. And then we have snake in the fern. Something about being flexible, being in the flow, and being guided by a sort of inner knowledge and inner knowing. See this light here that the hermit has. So you might have Virgo placed in your chart heavily. Or I'm seeing this as a 24 adding, or multiplying actually to 8. Something about your connection to spirit, your connection to the divine, and your intuition. Being in the flow with that creative ingenuity. 2. Just give me a second to channel the message. Wow, okay. Okay, so what this feels like, Aries, is it feels like you are already anticipating some sort of major change in your life. You're anticipating the need to start over in some area, and what I'm really understanding is it might be your love life, but it might actually be your stability and what you call your environment or what you call your home. what I really strongly got from this Aspen card, besides having the courage to make the changes that you need, besides sitting in that solar plexus energy and really taking advantage of that fire to drive you through this change, Aspen spirit. I got Aspen, Colorado. So you might be considering moving to Colorado or somewhere near Colorado. Very interesting. That's very specific for somebody. But that new beginning is starting over. And what I understand from flow and meandering path here, and especially the way that the snake came through, is there is a starting over, there is a shedding of a skin, right? But as you go through this process, it might not be the clearest thing. You might need to sort of take some detours that you weren't expecting to take. And what I understand from the fern here is I'm thinking of or picturing a fern frond. And what that is just basically the fern before it actually unfurls into its open state is usually spun up in these little spirals. And so there's sort of an unfurling and a developing of the way this new beginning is going to happen for you. But what's beautiful about that energy is we got both starting over and new beginnings. It's not, starting over can sometimes be a heavy thing, especially when we think about it in terms of having to walk away from something. I really just got the image of the 8 of Cups in the tarot. So starting over, walking away, leaving 8 cups behind because you know that there's an opportunity for you that has all 9 or maybe even 10 cups, right? But this being a 10 completion, a new cycle beginning. So there's sort of the need to be in this flow state, the need to be flexible and follow the meandering path that's being led by your highest good, that's being led by your intuition. And what I'm getting is this change has something to do with relocating potentially to or changing your environment to be more mountainous or more wooded because there's some sort of power there. And maybe you love those sort of outdoor activities. What I get from this creative ingenuity card is, besides being in the flow and having to roll with the punches, as things change, as you change, things in your life might break down, and you sort of have to come up with a creatively ingenious way to mend whatever might be breaking down, or not even fix, just sort of bandage it so that you can continue in the flow, not being stuck on whatever that situation is or whatever you might be losing or whatever might have broken as a result of this transformation and this change. Okay. I said this in an earlier reading when this card came out. The spider doesn't sit there all day tending to its web because, a flower petal fell and broke a piece off, or the wind came and unlodged it, right? Words. I don't know where my words are going, but it gets down to business, fixes the web, and then continues on doing whatever spiders do, right? It doesn't sit there upset with the fact that, where I hooked my web on broke off, or I spent all this time building a web and it broke. It's sort of patch and repair it and move on. Is what I'm getting. What's interesting is I don't really love that as the ending to your message, but that's what I feel like. That's where I feel like I should end it. So just to really give you one last thing to think about, let's just grab a flower card. One last little quote or message energy for Aries, please. Nasturtium was at the bottom of the deck, which is a little spicy. It's a little peppery. So there's something about this that's going to be a little spicy, a little peppery, a little heated. I don't want to even put that out there. But the card that did come out for you is Lily, Majesty and Virtue. Okay? And what I get from this is actually the idea that the people who are watching you undergo this transformation, the people who are watching you sort of start this new beginning, will sort of be taking notes at the way that you're able to move through these changes with grace, the way that you're able to move through something that might be viewed outwardly as difficult with majesty, maintaining your virtues, right? So I'll leave you with this. The lily is the emblem, rare, of many virtues, good and rare. I don't really know what that means, but I'm just going to leave that there for you. Okay, Aries? I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day and rest of your week. If you found this message helpful, please go ahead and give it a like, comment below. I will be uploading this on YouTube, so if you're watching it there, please do subscribe to be notified of more messages in the future. This is where we part. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.